So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement
match.
already palpable.
Santos against Manchester United.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running.
In Paul Scholes, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield, one of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
Marquinhos plays it forward. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's really well manoeuvred. No, that's been intercepted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Searching pass he's played there. Back into the middle. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Can he get it through? Still goalless at the moment. Now that's well seen too. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Scholes is always looking to break lines. Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Alvarez looking for the run. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Santos clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's... Here's a chance! It's come to nothing. Courtois getting this one clear. Beckenbauer. Looking to play him in. Great ball if he can get there. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
The final whistle today.
Here we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
He's got away. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And the pass is intercepted. Rodri. Looking for options for movement. Could be danger here. He can get that clear. Scholes. He's a sharp little ball here. Now there's a fine ball. And the finish! And that was very necessary.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Scholes skims one in. Howson gets it away. Almost an hour gone. Knocks it out wide. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Rijkaard. And it's Kukçu. David Villa. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's goals! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Santos appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
That's really well cleared. And he's had it nicked away. That'll be a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Kaka. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivers with whip. Cleared without hesitation.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win...
He's having a shot! Costa Curta gets it clear. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Played back in. That's a simple one for the keeper. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it
everybody,
might not
and
feel like
welcome to
that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Well, nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Now it's Alvarez. He's found a way through. Alvarez! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Manchester United still without a single shot on target. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's running through. And this decent chance! There it is! First blood drawn. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Oh, what a mistake! And the shot! They've scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's straight offside. That is ended up in no man's land. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, what a climb! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's there to belt it away. Scholes is the team's great visionary, and it's Kimmich. And here's Gullit. Oh, such a clever touch. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Added time.
Looking for options for movement. And Gullit! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Cleared away. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he's forced to go back. Robertson. Kimmich. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he thumps it clear. Van Dijk. It's Kimmich. Opts for safety. Rijkaard. Puyol. And it's Kimmich. Foot in. Distributed tidily. Back into the middle. Rashford. Crosses it in here.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Played it again. Oh, smashing header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's in space and looking for options. Alvarez. Well read, and the danger is averted. Great vision. And they're quick to get it back. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Hullet. Looking for the run. Rijkaard. Hullet. Okay, that looks a decent ball. Looking to go deep.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! And they get themselves in front!
Goal!
Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Alvarez. Substitution for
So we have a
Manchester
breakthrough.
United.
Now how will things develop from here?
Alvarez.
Well, Peter, the manager's all...
Go for a shot! It's
Lefty.
loose now and they want to get it back.
Number 47.
So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after
Substitution for
falling behind.
Manchester United. Number 23. Coming on to replace him is number 7, Didier Drogba.
Kimmich can get it clear.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Manchester United have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Howson. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Hullet. It's a searching pass.
This usually is the time
minutes
teams
has been
go into
indicated.
conservation mode.
And it's Ødegaard. Hakimi. He is through here. Now what about... He's got tall. Oh, crossbar! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins,
Hello everybody,
it was
and
decided.
please join me in wishing a happy wedding
Well, how will we look
anniversary
back
for
on
one of
that?
our
Well, you
fan
can
club
never
members.
predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Morientes. He's picked his way through. Now there's a fine ball. They want to be quick to recover this. He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kaka. Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Good ball, good take. Aimed beyond the defence. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Manchester United still without a single shot on target. Now it's Forlan. That has been cut short. Knocks it into space. And it's Forlan. It's Forlan. Now, can they get a chance? And it's come back out to him. Goal! Milan! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Hernes. Well read, nice interception. And it's Messi. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Saka, he is just caressing the ball.
Manchester United truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And it's made just the goalkeeper to beat. Goes for a shot! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind,
There will
Peter.
be 1
They've
minute
got them
added
where they
time.
want them.
Tries to play it through. And the first 45 minutes are up. So your views on the first half?
Manchester United certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time
With
to
the
take
owner
their
of
foot off the
blue
pedal.
car parked
They need to
outside the
keep pushing,
stadium gate,
keep
kindly
imposing.
remove it,
Don't
as
leave
it
the
is about
door
to be
open for
towed
the
away.
opposition.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh no, this does not look good. And it is 1-on-1! Shoots! And he hits the net! 200! It's the goal they all came to see. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Face to face, and the finish! He's got a goal! Manchester United are back on level terms. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
We have ourselves a real game here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Cleared without complication. Morientes. Hernes. Manchester United have hit a quick-fire double here and are right back on level terms. That pass isn't the best. Messi. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's in for the pieces. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Short changes him with that pass. Rijkaard. Nicely aimed pass. Kaka. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And Messi! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Number 8, Messi. Coming on the field, number 47.
Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Number 13, Ødegaard.
Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, sweep. Here's a chance! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Number 22.
Milan go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And this is Forlan. Manchester United have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Hernes. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, good ball!
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
That is a little undercooked.
Indicated.
He has a look up. Ødegaard shapes to shoot. Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Well, that's well seen too. And it's Ødegaard. What a throw in. Great vision. And a chance! It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Perfect placement, the one place that... And that will be the final act. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Manchester United can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like
welcome
that.
to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and
Manchester
energy.
United
This certainly
against
matters.
Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Theo Hernandez, for me, has evolved into one of the best fullbacks, Peter. Certainly in terms of attacking contributions, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone as good as he is in the final third, especially with the movement that allows him to receive the ball in those little pockets of space.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's on it, can he get away? Now it's Alvarez. Messi. Good take, and the shot! Hernandez. Manchester United are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, this looks sharp. Messi. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And he's... Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Ødegaard tries to clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. Looking for options for movement. And he's quick to get it clear again. There will be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's fabulous. That's going to go a long way. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand...
It's Fulham! Goal, Milan! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And the through ball. And here's Forlan, Haaland, and he's gone looking for safety. That's really well cleared. Mbappe.
There will be 1 minute at a
Jordan
time.
Henderson proves too strong, too smart. Now it's Forlan. Ødegaard. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So off we go once more.
Manchester United really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he's heaved it away. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, what about a counter-attack? He has found the way through. Nice bit of trickery. That's the keeper's ball. Mbappe. Manchester United still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And that was nowhere near his best. Adams cuts out the pass. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need...
Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Messi. Coming on to replace him is number 13, Ødegaard.
Hakimi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Courtois sends that a long way. Can he get on the end of this? Well, played right into his path. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Really well taken goal.
The goal scorer for Milan.
And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Is number 18, Erling Haaland.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Number
Yeah, I can't think of a
23,
better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
on the field, number 7,
here's Ødegaard.
Didier Drogba. Number 47,
Nicely weighted
Phil
ball.
Foden.
That is a brilliant interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Mbappe. Kaká. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ruben Neves. Now it's Raul. 2 minutes to be added on. Foden. That's good running with the ball. Kaká. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Please have your entry tickets at
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic,